Known for its unparalleled power and deadly precision, the great white is an apex predator capable of turning serene ocean scenes into nightmares. Venture into the chilling depths of the ocean with Surviving the Jaws, the horrors of great white shark attacks. Witness the heart-stopping stories of three individuals who faced the ultimate predator, the great white shark. From a peaceful swim to a struggle for survival, these true tales showcase these magnificent beasts' sheer force and terror. In the small coastal town of Streaky Bay, South Australia, nestled along the vast and wild Southern Ocean, the local community lived harmoniously with the sea. Known for its rugged beauty and abundant marine life, Streaky Bay was a hidden gem, attracting surfers and nature enthusiasts alike. Among its regular visitors were two avid surfers, James Donnelly and Sarah Martin, who, on the fateful day of June 25, 1999, decided to ride the waves at one of their favorite spots. The day started like any other, with the sun casting a golden glow over the tranquil waters. The town, while modern, still held on to its quaint charm, a place where everyone knew each other, and life revolved around the ocean. James, a 28-year-old local carpenter, and Sarah, a 26-year-old nurse, were well-known figures in the surfing community. Both had an unspoken respect and understanding of the ocean, its beauty and its dangers. Little did they know this day would change their lives forever. The great white shark, a magnificent yet feared predator, was no stranger to these waters. Known for its formidable size and strength, the locals revered and feared the great white. Measuring up to 20 feet in length and weighing over 2,000 kilograms, these apex predators were at the top of the ocean's food chain. With its rich biodiversity, Streaky Bay was a natural habitat for these majestic creatures. As James and Sarah maneuvered their boards, slicing through the crisp blue waves, the day promised nothing but exhilarating rides and the salty freedom that only surfing could bring. The sun glinted off the water, casting a serene glow over the ocean, and the laughter and chatter between the two friends echoed over the waves. They were in their element, unaware of the lurking danger beneath the surface. Without any forewarning, the tranquility of the moment was shattered. A colossal great white shark, its massive form almost 15 feet in length, emerged from the deep ocean blue with a daunting, silent swiftness. Its dark, soulless eyes, starkly contrasting to the vibrant life above, were fixed menacingly on James. The shark's approach was stealthy yet swift, its torpedo-shaped body slicing through the water with terrifying precision. In a split second, the great predator struck from the side, its enormous jaws lined with rows of razor-sharp teeth, snapping shut with a force that turned the water around them into a frenzied turmoil. The shock of the cold, powerful grip of the shark jolted James to his core. He came face to face with the formidable beast, embodying primal fear and raw power. The world around him seemed to slow as he locked eyes with the shark, a petrifying and surreal connection. Instinctively, James fought back with all his might, his adrenaline-fueled strength a stark contrast to the shark's natural prowess. For a brief moment, he managed to break free from the shark's grip, resurfacing into the air, gasping for breath, his heart pounding in his ears. But the shark was unyielding, its predatory instincts fully ignited. It lunged at James again with a swift, powerful movement, pulling him under the water's surface. The ocean around them churned violently as James was engulfed in the shark's deadly embrace, disappearing beneath the waves. Witnessing the horror unfold mere feet away, Sarah was paralyzed with fear. The screams and the struggle were surreal, echoing through her mind as she watched, helpless and horrified. Time seemed to stand still, the once inviting ocean transforming into a scene of terror and despair. The reality of what was happening, her friend in the relentless grip of one of nature's most formidable predators, was too much to comprehend. With James in its grasp, the shark vanished into the depths, leaving behind a trail of bubbles and a deafening silence. Sarah, her mind a whirlwind of shock and fear, was left floating alone, the harsh reality of the ocean's unforgiving nature crashing down upon her. The serene beauty of their surfing paradise had turned into a nightmare in seconds, a chilling reminder of the ocean's hidden dangers. A group of fishermen witnessed the attack on a nearby boat. They watched in horror as the shark's dorsal fin sliced through the water and disappeared. The ocean, full of life and laughter moments before, fell eerily silent. The aftermath of the attack was chaotic. The authorities were notified immediately and a search was launched. The local police, along with marine experts, arrived at the scene. They conducted a thorough search, but James was nowhere to be found. The only sign of the tragic encounter was his damaged surfboard, floating aimlessly on the water's surface. The local authorities were quick to act. Beaches were closed and warning signs were erected along the coast. Marine biologists and shark experts were called to monitor shark activity in the area. The community was in shock, grappling with the loss of one of their own. In the days that followed, tributes poured in for James. He was remembered as a vibrant soul, a friend to many and a passionate surfer. The town held a memorial service by the beach, where friends and family gathered to share stories and say their goodbyes. The attack highlighted the ever-present dangers of surfing in waters inhabited by sharks. It sparked a debate on shark conservation and human safety. The authorities stressed the importance of respecting the ocean and its inhabitants. Safety measures, including shark spotting programs and educational campaigns, were taken to increase awareness and safety. The tragic incident at Streaky Bay was a grim reminder of the delicate balance between humans and nature. It highlighted the need for coexistence, respect, and understanding of the natural world. For Sarah and the surfing community, the ocean will always be a place of beauty and awe, but also of respect and caution. The memory of that day in 1999 would forever serve as a sad reminder of the ocean's unpredictable power. The community thrived on a deep connection with the sea in Costa Verde, Brazil's small, vibrant coastal town, along the expansive and mysterious Atlantic Ocean. Known for its lush beaches and rich marine life, Costa Verde was a paradise for locals and tourists. But beneath its waves lurked dangers that few dared to confront: the great white sharks. Pedro Alvarez, 48, is an experienced local fisherman renowned for his bravery and skill. Ana Silva, 42, Pedro's wife and a schoolteacher in the community. On August 3, 1997, Pedro, accompanied by his longtime friend João Costa, 50, set out for a routine fishing trip. The sun was radiant, casting a shimmering glow on the calm waters. Pedro and João, both seasoned fishermen, were aware of the stories of great white sharks in these waters, but had never encountered one. Great white sharks, known scientifically as Carcharodon carcharias, are the largest predatory fish on Earth. They can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh over 2,000 pounds. Despite their fearsome reputation, attacks on humans are rare, but when they occur, they are often severe or fatal. As Pedro and João expertly navigated their modest fishing boat across the vast, tranquil expanse of the deep blue Atlantic, they reveled in the day's bountiful catch. The sun glowed warmly over the sea, mirroring their buoyant spirits. Unbeknownst to them, lurking beneath the serene surface was a lurking menace, a predator from the depths. Suddenly, the tranquility was shattered. A colossal shape emerged from the deep, casting a massive, ominous shadow under their boat. It was a great white shark, its enormous form stretching over 19 feet. A monstrous creature from the deep, its eyes cold and unfeeling, its body a perfect design of predatory efficiency. With a speed that belied its size, the shark surged upwards, breaking the water's surface in a fearsome display of power and agility. Its gaping maw, lined with razor-sharp teeth, opened wide as it targeted Pedro. The attack was an explosion of primal force, a nightmarish blur of thrashing fins and gnashing teeth. Pedro, caught completely off guard, had no time to react. The shark's powerful jaws clamped down on him, pulling him overboard into the churning, frothing waters. João, witnessing the horrifying scene, was paralyzed with shock, his voice lost to the roar of the ocean and the thundering of his heartbeat. In the ensuing struggle, a desperate battle for survival unfolded. Pedro fought valiantly against the beast, his arms flailing in a futile attempt to fend off the relentless assault. For a brief moment, he managed to break free from the shark's grip, resurfacing with a gasp, his face etched with terror and disbelief. Blood stained the water around him, a vivid red against the deep blue. But the reprieve was short-lived. The great white, unyielding and relentless, struck again with terrifying precision. Pedro was dragged under once more, his screams muffled by the engulfing sea. The water churned violently, a whirlpool of despair and savagery, as the shark completed its deadly attack. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the violence ceased. The ocean calmed, its surface settling into an eerie stillness, starkly contrasting the chaos unfolding. Joao, still in a state of shock, stared helplessly at the spot where his friend had disappeared, the red tinge in the water a grim testament to the tragedy that had occurred. Joao, though shaken, managed to navigate the boat back to shore. He alerted the local authorities and a search was immediately launched. Pedro's body was found later that day, a tragic confirmation of the brutal attack. The news of Pedro's death sent ripples of shock and grief through Costa Verde. He was a beloved member of the community and his loss was deeply felt. Ana, his wife, was inconsolable. Her life was turned upside down by the tragedy. The local government implemented stricter safety measures for fishermen and swimmers in response to the attack. Beaches were monitored more closely, and warning signs about the potential presence of great white sharks were erected. Marine biologists and shark experts were called in to study the behavior of the great whites in the area. They concluded that the attack was likely a case of mistaken identity, as great whites often confuse humans with their natural prey, like seals. The people of Costa Verde were divided in their reaction. Some called for measures to reduce the shark population, while others advocated respecting the natural ecosystem. The incident sparked a broader conversation about the coexistence of humans and wildlife. Pedro's tragic encounter with the great white shark became a tale of caution and respect for the ocean's inhabitants. It reminded the people of Costa Verde of the vast and unpredictable nature of the sea. The incident also highlighted the importance of education and awareness about marine life, and the need for responsible practices when interacting with the ocean. The community slowly healed as time passed, but the memory of Pedro and the fateful day in August 1997 remained etched in their hearts. With all its beauty and danger, the ocean continued to be a central part of life in Costa Verde, a constant reminder of the delicate balance between man and nature. February 2007, False Bay, South Africa. The sun cast its golden rays over the pristine waters, creating a picturesque scene. This bay, nestled along the South African coast, was renowned for its rich marine ecosystem and breathtaking beauty. On this particular day, the van der Merwe family, consisting of Helen van der Merwe, 37, her husband Peter and their two children, Lily and Max, had chosen this idyllic location for a family outing. Helen, an enthusiastic nature lover and swimmer, was eager to share her passion for the ocean with her children. They had set up near Fish Hoek Beach, renowned for its friendly waves and clear waters, making it a haven for families and marine life enthusiasts. The van der Merwe had a day planned full of swimming, sandcastle building, and picnicking. Unknown to many beachgoers, the waters of False Bay were also home to one of nature's most formidable predators, the great white shark. These creatures, often exceeding 15 feet in length, patrolled the bay's depths. Known for their robust build and rows of sharp teeth, they were the undisputed rulers of this underwater domain. In these waters, great whites were not just predators, but also an essential part of the marine ecosystem, maintaining the balance of marine life. The day began with laughter and joy as the children played along the shore, building sandcastles and chasing the waves. Helen and Peter relaxed on the beach, keeping a watchful eye on their children. As the morning progressed, Helen decided to go for a swim, a routine she found invigorating and peaceful. She loved the feeling of the cool water against her skin and the sense of freedom it offered. As Helen swam further from the shore, immersed in the refreshing embrace of the sea, a lurking shadow beneath the surface neared. Unknown to Helen, a great white shark, an apex predator of the oceans, was stealthily closing in. The shark, drawn closer to the shore by unknown factors, glided through the water with an eerie grace, its dark eyes fixated on its unsuspecting target. The tranquility of the moment was about to be shattered, most horrifically. The great white, mistaking Helen for its natural prey, launched towards her with a speed that belied its massive size. It was an ambush perfected by millennia of evolution, a terrifying display of nature's raw and brutal efficiency. Without warning, Helen felt a crushing force on her arm as the shark's jaws clamped down with unimaginable power. The ocean around her erupted into a chaotic whirlpool of thrashing and blood, the clear blue waters turning a sickening shade of red. The peaceful swim had turned into a desperate fight for survival. The shark, equipped with rows of razor-sharp teeth, tore through flesh and bone. The sea became a frenzy of bubbles and blood as Helen struggled frantically to escape the nightmarish grip of the shark. Each movement caused excruciating pain, but her will to survive was stronger. On the shore, Helen's family watched in frozen horror, their sunny day at the beach turning into a scene from a nightmare. They could barely comprehend the terrifying sight. Helen, a beloved mother and wife, locked in a life-and-death struggle with one of the sea's most formidable creatures. Amidst the turmoil, Helen's thoughts raced wildly. The pain was unbearable, her arm trapped in the vice-like grip of the shark. She could feel its immense strength, each shake of its head intensifying her agony. Her mind raced with thoughts of her family, her love for them giving her the strength to fight back. In a miraculous twist of fate, the shark suddenly released its grip. Whether disinterested or startled, it disappeared into the depths, leaving a trail of disturbed water in its wake. Helen, severely injured and fighting against the pull of unconsciousness, began a desperate swim back to shore. As she approached the beach, the onlookers sprang into action. Lifeguards and beachgoers, previously stunned into inaction, now rushed into the water to help. Helen's family, tears streaming down their faces, ran to meet her. The beach, once a place of relaxation and joy, had become a scene of rescue and urgency. The aftermath of the attack was a blur of activity. Paramedics arrived, rushing to provide medical assistance. Helen's arm, severely mauled, was a dreadful sight. Now filled with sirens and concerned voices, the beach bore witness to a stark reminder of the unpredictability and danger within nature's beauty. In those harrowing moments, Helen's life changed forever. The attack was a brutal reminder of the wild's indifference to human presence, a sobering lesson in the power and unpredictability of nature's creatures. As Helen was whisked away to receive emergency care, her family clung to each other, their world irrevocably altered by the day's traumatic events. The Van der Merwe family's day of joy had turned into a nightmare. As Helen was brought to the shore, it was evident that the attack had left her with grave injuries. Her arm was severely damaged, and she was quickly losing blood. Emergency services were called to the scene, and Helen was rushed to the nearest hospital. The beach, once a scene of laughter and joy, was now a place of shock and fear. The authorities began to cordon off the area, and the beach was temporarily closed for swimming. As Helen fought for her life in the hospital, the news of the shark attack spread rapidly, reigniting debates about beach safety and shark conservation in South Africa. In the hospital, Helen van der Merwe faced a critical situation. Doctors worked tirelessly to save her life, but the damage to her arm was beyond repair. The family, still reeling from the shock, had to come to terms with the decision to amputate Helen's arm. Despite the tragic loss, they were grateful she was alive. Her survival was a testament to her strength and will to fight in the face of adversity. Back at False Bay, the community was in a state of disbelief. The attack had shaken the locals and tourists alike. Authorities quickly implemented safety measures, increasing surveillance and shark spotting efforts along the beach. Warning signs were erected and educational campaigns were launched to inform the public about the risks associated with swimming in areas known for shark activity. The incident sparked a renewed debate over shark conservation and human activities in shark-inhabited waters. Environmentalists emphasize preserving the significant white shark population, which is crucial in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. Simultaneously, there was a call for better managing recreational activities in areas known for shark presence to prevent such incidents. Helen's road to recovery was long and challenging. She had to adapt to a new way of life, one without her arm. However, her spirit remained unbroken. She became an advocate for shark conservation and ocean safety, sharing her story to educate others. Helen emphasized coexistence with wildlife and the need to respect nature's boundaries. The incident led to increased scientific interest in studying shark behavior and patterns in False Bay. Researchers aimed to understand better the factors leading to shark attacks, hoping to find ways to prevent future incidents. The data collected helped formulate strategies to reduce the risk of shark-human interactions. The attack on Helen van der Merwe was a sobering reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the need for caution in wild spaces. It highlighted the delicate balance between human activity and wildlife habitats. The incident left physical scars and instilled a more profound respect for the ocean and its inhabitants. In conclusion, the shark attack was a pivotal moment for the community and Helen's family. It served as a powerful narrative on the coexistence with nature, the resilience of the human spirit, and the importance of wildlife conservation. Helen's journey from a survivor to an advocate symbolizes hope and respect for nature's magnificent yet sometimes dangerous wonders.